Well, you know what day it is, Sean. It is December 30th. Tonight is UFC 207.
Yeah.
You know, the return of the rowdy one, Ronda Rousey.
Can we just talk about for a minute how jacked this girl is now?
Oh, seriously. Like,
what I noticed, Ariel, I'm not saying Ronda was out of shape, but compared to that fight where we all know she didn't take Holly Holm seriously, and she admitted that. And then she comes in at the weigh-in yesterday looking like a completely different person. I think Amanda Nunes has to be the underdog tonight.
No, she is. If you look at the Vegas odds, she is currently the underdog.
She has to be. And also, when you look at the history of the women's bantamweight title, it has not been retained in a year and a half.
And then you got to look at it this way, too. Ronda Rousey, the last person that she beat was last August of 2015 against Bet Correa. Remember when she won in 32 seconds, the fastest knockout in the women's division in UFC history.
UFC 190. That was the very last time a UFC women's bantamweight champion retained their title.
Yep.
So since then, Ronda Rousey lost to Holly Holm. You're right, at 193. Holly Holm lost to Miesha Tate after that, and then Miesha Tate lost at UFC 200 to Amanda Nunes. And here we are tonight.
And here we are, 207. Let's see what happens. You see, I'm looking at the statistics right now. I'm looking at the knockout percentage. Amanda Nunes has a 69% knockout percentage compared to Ronda Rousey's 25%. How do you think that's going to turn out tonight?
It's interesting. Ronda Rousey hasn't fought a little over a year. She got very depressed after she lost. She went on Ellen and basically said she was going to kill herself. So this is a different Ronda Rousey than we've been used to seeing. I happened to listen to an interview with Dana White on Fox Sports Radio yesterday.
Yeah.
He basically agreed to let Ronda skip media this week to let her focus on training. This is a big fight. Ronda is likely to retire if she loses tonight.
Of course, yeah.
And she's likely to retire when she loses again. So we all know Ronda's not going to fight forever. Obviously, a 69% knockout rate against Ronda's 25. It's one of those things where, yes, that does get taken into factor. Amanda Nunes is also fresher than Ronda Rousey right now.
Yeah,
she fought in July. The history of the champion in the last year and a half is not in Amanda Nunes' favor. And, of course, Ronda Rousey is favored by Vegas tonight, all that fun stuff. This is going to be a good fight. And, of course, you got other fights. You got Dillashaw fighting tonight. Cruz is fighting tonight. It's going to be one hell of a fight.
Looking at the card right now, on paper, it should be a very eventful card. But going back to Ronda Rousey, Amanda Nunes, you know how Amanda Nunes has a 69% against Ronda Rousey's 25%.
I'm looking honestly, and besides record, Amanda Nunes has every advantage.
Oh, of course. Almost every advantage except in submissions.
Yes, they weigh the same. She's got the height advantage, the decision advantage.
You know, she's even got a longer reach just by 1 inch.
So basically, what this means is Ronda's got to get Amanda on the ground.
Basically,
she's got to get her on the ground tonight, and she's going to win the ground game tonight. That's what she has to do. It's what she has to focus on. I'm sure that's what she's done. Amanda has the leg reach though, so she's going to have to avoid those kicks.
She's going to kick a lot.
She has to kick a lot. She's got to kick a lot. She's got the reach advantage. Obviously, they both weigh the same. You look at significant strikes, Amanda Nunes has the advantage. Accuracy, Ronda Rousey has it. You look at defense, it belongs to Amanda Nunes again. Takedown belongs to Ronda Rousey. So again, Amanda Nunes has to avoid the takedown tonight. Takedown accuracy, Ronda Rousey. Takedowns defended, Amanda Nunes. So it's basically one of the best UFC fighters with takedown percentage versus the best one that defends it.
This is honestly an even fight.
This is a very even fight.
It can go to anybody just looking at it. In the co-main event, we got Cody Garbrandt, who is challenging Dominic Cruz for the men's bantamweight title. Both from USA. You got Dominic the Dominator Cruz, who is the fresh champion.
And Cody's undefeated.
He is undefeated. You got Cruz, who previously defeated Dillashaw last year to win the title, who Dillashaw is also fighting on this card. Cody Garbrandt, who is mocked oftentimes to be a combination of CM Punk and Conor McGregor. So knockout percentage for both of them. Dominic Cruz is at 32%. Cody Garbrandt is at a 90%. He has finished all of his fights, and he's at 10-0. How ridiculous is that?
See, that's one of those things that earns you a title shot.
Of course.
That quick. Now, you look at Dominic Cruz, who's had 23 fights. This will be his 24th tonight. And Cody Garbrandt has going into his 11th fight tonight. These numbers is what earns you a title shot.
Of course. Of course. Because you got to look at it this way. Cody Garbrandt right now is ranked at number 5 in male bantamweights.
Yep.
Usually number 5 does not earn a title shot unless you get like a prelim shot and then you go, which, as we know before, Cody Garbrandt has had his prelim shot at UFC 200 where I don't remember the fight off the top of my head, but he knocked him out cleanly. And here we are. Title shot Dominic Cruz.
The 90% KO advantage. Dominic Cruz has the submission advantage, but not by much, only by 5%.
Yep.
So Cody Garbrandt obviously not going to be the best on the ground tonight, so he needs to get the knockout. That's what he's going to be going for against
He needs to get the knockout, because if he goes to decision, you know what happens. Decision always goes to champion.
Exactly. Unless it was obviously a more even fight to the challenger. You look at strikes landed per minute, it belongs to the challenger. You look at accuracy, challenger. Absorb P/M, challenger. Defense, champion. So again, another even fight. You got Dominic Cruz with the advantage on defense, Cody Garbrandt the advantage on offense. This is an even fight too. And again, you know what? 2 better fights you have in a main event. I'm actually very happy that these sports are letting women be the main event now.
Of course.
Because now that it's like this whole equality thing, they've earned it.
Oh, especially when you got to think about it this way. The most eventful fights of 2016 in the UFC have been the women fights.
The Ronda fight.
You got to think about that.
When Cormier and Jones? Or, no,
200?
Yeah, 200.
At
When
200.
they got pushed off the card, originally it was supposed to be Lesnar Hunt in the main event.
Exactly.
And then they said, no, we need the title fight. We need Miesha Tate and we need Amanda Nunes.
And you know what? What a hell of a main event.
And they knocked it out of the park.
What
Amanda Nunes knocked her out in a minute and a half. They knocked it out of the park. Now, don't get me wrong, the Lesnar fight was very good.
Of course.
And we could easily be talking about that being, all right, UFC 200, that was a great main event. Wait, Lesnar and Hunt.
Either way, it was a great main event. But myself personally, it's a more memorable main event. The fact that Miesha Tate got submitted by Amanda Nunes.
Go to the WWE, Charlotte Sasha Banks, Hell in a Cell.
Of course. Like, that was in October. First main event held by a woman.
And by the way, the Iron Man match at Roadblock, oh my God, that was awesome.
Eventful.
Very
eventful. No comment.
The women are kicking butt this year.
Oh, they really
all
are.
around.
This has been the year of the women in combat sports, really.
Yeah.
You got to look at it this way. Now, do you want to continue going on to this next fight? We got TJ Dillashaw versus John Linclear for a bantamweight match where
number 1 versus number 2. So this is most likely a number 1 contenders fight.
This is basically whoever wins this fight is fighting the winner of the Cruz Garbrandt match.
Now, this is also a bantamweight fight?
This is also bantamweight, yeah. Because remember, TJ Dillashaw is the person that Dominic Cruz knocked out to win the title. Okay, so let's get into these predictions. All right, Sean, would you like to start off with the main event? Rousey
we got to start
versus
off with the
Nunes?
main event. And you know what? I've been going back and forth on this for a while now. Because Amanda Nunes obviously is the fresher talent right now. And even though Vegas has Ronda favored, I feel Amanda Nunes does have the advantage in this fight. You look at her knockout ratio compared to Ronda, she has the advantage. Decisions, she has the advantage. Height, weight, they're even. Reach, they're even. When you take a look at it, Amanda Nunes beat Miesha Tate while they were standing up. You look at Amanda Nunes and Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey has the better advantage on the ground. You look at her accuracy, her defense, her takedown advantage, her takedown accuracy. It's all in Ronda's favor.
Yes, it is.
Ronda's going to have to take down Amanda tonight a lot. She's not going to be able to go for the knockout. If she goes for the knockout, she's not going to win. Amanda Nunes is going to kick a lot. She's going to punch. I predict this will go to the 5th round. I think we're going all the way, but Ronda's going to make Amanda tap out.
Actually, you know what? I'm with you on that. I'm going to go with Ronda Rousey, but instead of a 5th round, like you predicted, I'm going to go for 3rd submission.
Because I don't think Ronda wins this with a knockout. She's got to go submission.
It's going to be submission. I have a feeling that Amanda Nunes is going to, she's going to get taken down in the 3rd, and then Ronda's going to put in the armbar, because that's Ronda's favorite move. It's Ronda's best move. And new champion.
Yep.
And new. That's what I'm calling right now.
It's time!
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for Bruce Buffer and his colorful suits
I can't wait for him
out.
to do that at 1 a.m. again, and we're all passed out on the table.
All right, on to the
next one. If anything's
like
2:05 again, I'm walking out the door. I can watch Nunes Rousey later.
Of course. All right, on to the next one. The co-main event. Dominic Cruz versus Cody Garbrandt. Who do you got on this one?
This one's tough, too. I mean,
this one's a big
the
one.
experience factor easily goes to the champion, Dominic Cruz, and obviously 22-1. But when you take a look at it on offense, it's all Cody Garbrandt tonight. A higher knockout ratio. You got a better. They're both there in weight. Obviously, the reach advantage goes to the champion, but leg reach is going to go to Garbrandt, so he's going to be better in the kicking game tonight. Strikes landed. He's got that advantage. The big thing is kind of like Rousey Nunes, with Cody Garbrandt having the advantage while standing up. Dominic Cruz has the advantage on the ground. So it's going to be another offense versus defense fight. Honestly, and with the experience factor, Dominic Cruz has been doing this a while. I have to go with the champion. I'm going to take Dominic Cruz tonight. This one's tough. I'm honestly going to go with decision on this. I'm saying they're going to go all 5 rounds. Dominic Cruz wins unanimous decision.
Same. I go Dominic Cruz decision. But it's going to be one bloody fight.
Oh, I agree with that. I agree with that. It's going to be the bloodiest fight of the night.
It's going to be one bloody fight. If everything goes the way it's predicted, I guarantee you that Cody Garbrandt is going to bust open Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz is going to bust open Cody Garbrandt.
Absolutely agree.
It's going to be a mess. It's going to be eventful. It's going to be the fight of the night. Really.
I agree. You may call into question why this fight wasn't the main event, and the single reason was it was the return of Ronda Rousey. You have to put her in the main event. But I agree. You have to go with the champion in this fight. More experience on his side. He's only lost one fight. Yes, Cody Garbrandt, he's the number 5 bantamweight in the world, obviously. He has had an unbelievable start to his career.
Of course.
It takes a halt tonight. And there's no shame in that at the same time. But when you look at the experience of the champion versus the challenger, you have to go with the champion tonight.
Of course.
Will I be shocked if Garbrandt wins tonight? Absolutely not. Because if he gets one good punch or one good kick, this thing is going to take a turn.
That's all it really needs. One good punch or one good kick can
But
easily...
if Dominic Cruz keeps him on the ground, the champion's going to retain tonight.
Of course.
And that's what I predict is going to happen.
See, I think Cody Garbrandt is going to be a champion one day. That one day is not tonight.
Not tonight.
All right, and the last important fight of the card, TJ Dillashaw versus John Linker. Who do you think? Who do you got there?
See, 3 great fights, 3 very, very tough predictions. Obviously, the advantage on Linker tonight, the hands of stone.
Yep,
it's number 1 versus number 2. It's basically a number 1 contender fight.
This is basically whoever wins Cruz Garbrandt is going to face Dillashaw or Linker.
What's really funny is the knockout ratio here is very even. You got Linker at a 2% advantage, 45% to 43. So they are basically neck and neck when it comes to knockouts. Decision, obviously, in the favor of Linker tonight. The height advantage goes to Dillashaw. The weight is the same. The reach is the same. The leg reach is basically the same. Significant strikes landed per minute, about the same. Accuracy, about the same. Defense. The big thing is the defense is mainly in the advantage of TJ Dillashaw, and I think that's going to be a factor tonight when it comes down to it. This one, again, another very, very close fight. But Linker obviously has the advantage with the takedown. He has the advantage, or Dillashaw has the advantage with takedowns defended. So basically, it's the accuracy of Linker with takedowns versus the defense of Dillashaw. It's close. I'd say this one goes to decision as well, and I'm taking TJ Dillashaw.
You got to go with the former champ. TJ Dillashaw, in my opinion, is pound for pound the best bantamweight in the UFC.
Right.
No offense to our current champ, Dominic Cruz or Cody Garbrandt, who's fighting for the title tonight. TJ Dillashaw is just the best.
Right.
He has amazing combinations. He's amazing on the ground. He's amazing, literally, like, all around a great fighter.
Yeah.
He's a wrestler first. He's a state champ in California. He has won multiple titles in kickboxing. He has won multiple titles in boxing. This man is all around just a great MMA fighter, and I have to go strongly with TJ Dillashaw. Except I'm not going decision. I'm calling knockout.
Oh, okay.
I'm calling knockout. Second round.
This is a 3-round fight.
This is a 3-round fight, yeah. Second round, knockout. John Linker, I'm sorry, but you're going down.